Hi everybody, this is Joe MVR and welcome to episode 3 of the GRF Show. So today I am joined by Dennis as usual. You want to say hi, Dennis?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the late night GRF show.
Right, so for Dennis it's almost midnight in Switzerland.
Yes.
Here it is 5:37 p.m. and we have a third guest who, for him, is just an hour later than it is for me, 6:37. We are joined by Samsagax. Do you want to say hi, Sam?
Hello, hello,
So
hello,
Sam,
everybody. That's me.
Sam, did I say the name right? Because in the past two shows we've had debate. We've mentioned you in both shows so far, and you've been called Sam Sajax, Samsajax, and Samsagax, and all of that. So, what could you clear it up
Yeah,
once and for all?
the thing is, it's a translation from a character from Lord of the Rings, and the Spanish translation is Samsagas with
Aha.
a Z at the end. I changed the Z with an X. It's Samsagax. I'm big. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, and it was a name that I carry from a long time actually, about when I
Ah.
was 13 years old or something like that. And in all my networks, all my socials, all my everything, my persona online, it's with the same name. So you'll find me pretty quickly.
Okay, so
Well,
let me see.
since
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, no,
Well, I
but
just wanted
please.
to clarify. So it's Samsagax, like Samwise Gamgee, right?
Yeah, like
Okay,
Samwise Gamgee.
perfect.
But
Okay,
in the Spanish translation, the name is Samsagas Gamgee.
got it. Ah, I see. It's like his first name is Samsagaz.
Is the first name, yeah.
I see. Okay, cool. And so let's find out a little bit about you. Where are you from, and anything you want to share? Because I know you participate a lot in the Discord, and let's get to know. Um, well, can I call you by your real name?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
call me
So,
by your real
well,
name. So
okay.
you already pronounce it correctly. Actually, it's a hard name for English speakers. My name is Joaquin, and most people can pronounce it well. So, congrats,
Well,
I guess.
Joaquin, or I'll just call it like Stephen Hawking, right? So I'll just say Hawking. Joaquin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No,
It's a
I
good
know.
number technique.
All right. And so, yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Argentina. I live in Buenos Aires. Uh, Pretty standard stuff right there. Um, I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm a programmer in my free time. I contribute to a lot of uh, free and open source projects. Like you already know, you even opened a Linux channel for us nerds to talk about.
Right, right.
Uh, I don't know. What do you know? What you want to know about me? I enjoy food a lot. I'm,
Right.
I'm a little fat actually. Like the
Nice.
yeah, like like most of us.
Like most of us.
I love the sport,
Hmm.
the rally. I used to follow Formula One also, but
Okay.
I become bored of that.
Right.
After the 2000s and something like that, I become bored. So I switched to rally, and I found this great community, and I love to be part of this community and to colonize some foreigners about our culture.
Right.
With
That.
great shout out to Photo Lizard with his empanadas
Oh yeah.
made
Right. Right.
from my recipe.
Right. Can you just explain a little bit about that? That's in the Life channel, right? On the
Yeah, that
Discord.
discussion started on the live channel. I think it was Signos
Yep.
who who talked about how he loved empanadas,
Hmm.
and I said, "Hey, I got the recipe." And Photolizard chimed in and said, "Hey, I wanted to do that." And then I said, "Well, it's a pretty hard recipe." And they encouraged me to share it, so I did. I had to translate from my old grandma recipe book,
Okay.
and I even shared the actual pictures of the recipe book.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then for Lizard, I think it was last week or something. He shared the finished product,
Okay.
and actually he did pretty great.
Ah, okay. That really explains
It
it because
looks
people.
great.
Yeah, did you see those, Dennis?
Yeah. So the pictures looked awesome. Something
Yeah.
even if I would try to do something like this, I would never manage to make it look like this. I'm a really bad cook. I'm not a cook at all.
Oh, I love cooking. I make
Okay, you should try it then.
yeah, I make all the dinners at home here, every single day. So yesterday
Oh,
it was bean sprouts, beef, and peanut butter and soy sauce. It was really good. It only took me about 20 minutes to make, and it was very good. So let's talk about Argentina for a second. So I remember when you joined for one of the special events that I created, I think. Um,
No, originally I saw your post
yeah.
on Reddit about that particular special event, but
Yes.
I didn't join right away. I joined
Oh,
about
yes. Yes.
about
Yes.
a month or something later.
Yes.
Not for the special event, but I saw a post about this group in, I think it was JRC or something like that.
I see.
I don't know exactly where, but I started looking for clubs to join,
Okay.
and this was one that was open and had a Discord. I'm pretty familiar with Discord.
Hmm.
I know you also have a Facebook group, but I don't use Facebook
Yeah,
for
you're
a
you're
long time
wise.
right now.
You're wise.
uh, yeah, and then I joined the special events.
Yep.
I'm not I'm not good at them, but they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's the
And
point.
the people in the group is a lot of fun and very welcoming. That's rare for a competitive group, and this is one that's very competitive
Good.
in the
Well,
sports sense.
yes, yes, that's right. Yeah,
mm,
when we're
mm.
welcoming but race competitively. So,
Yeah,
You
that was actually that was a big surprise because I was like um, I don't know what the word it is like accustomed. I think
yep,
I got used
yeah.
to communities that were very toxic in competitive environments,
Oh, wow.
and I was pretty surprised. And uh, I think this is the Discord I spent most time on.
Right.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're about now, and that's our superpower, right? So, hope we can keep that up. So, as we're talking, the video that's recording is the special event that we have in Argentina right now, and I've often wondered. I know that these stages are actually based on the real roads, and you can actually do a Google Maps search and find these very roads in the Dirt Rally 2 game. But are you familiar with the region of Catamarca province? Does it really look like that? Is it a good representation?
Well, two things.
Yeah,
One is obviously for copyright and licensing issues.
yeah,
They couldn't use the real the real location name,
Yes.
because that place is actually Cordoba.
Oh, okay, very cool. I
Yeah,
understand now.
it's Cordoba.
Yes.
Catamarca is a province near Cordoba,
Okay.
and it's pretty similar, but it's not quite the same. Actually, Catamarca and La Rioja, there are two provinces near the mountains,
Okay.
and the scenery there is pretty red because of the mountain formations are red,
I see.
and the stages on DR2 are based on Condor Copina, that is a stage, a very popular stage
It's El Condor,
in
I think it
Argentina.
was called.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, El Condor.
El Condor.
Well, it's a village in the middle of the mountains, and Copina is the other village in the mountains.
Ah,
And the road that small after, it's a road between those two villages.
okay.
There are two little villages. Actually, right now, the Argentinian rally is not run between Condor and Copina. It's run in Mina Clavero, and the other stop is Cura Brochero. There are two names, two very Spanish names.
Right.
But the scenery is the same. They are actually about 50 kilometers from Condor Copina,
Okay.
or something like that. And also the turns and twists and rocks and danger and
Right.
and
The cliffs.
tires and radiator stealing rocks are
Yes.
there, are
Yeah.
the
Oh,
same.
cool.
And the model in DR2 is actually quite shorter than the real one.
Right. Right.
But I know some guy did a comparison,
Yep.
a real life comparison
Yep.
of in YouTube
Yeah.
about DR2 Argentina and the real Argentina, and it was quite shocking how well it's made.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same on all stages, but it's quite shocking.
Yeah, as I said, you can actually, someone actually showed all of the stages in Dirt Rally 2 on Google Earth, and you could find the actual roads that are there. There's a little bit of a few alterations, but it's very interesting that you say that this is actually not Catamarca province, which is the same thing which happens in New England, because New England in the USA stages, those roads are actually in Washington State, so all the way on the other side of the country. But again, for the licensing purposes, they can't use stages or the names that were used in WRC rallies, or that kind of thing. So it's very interesting. Thank you so much for telling us about this. Yeah,
I
go
have a
ahead.
question, Joaquin. Did you ever go to the Argentina rally when WRC was driving there?
No, I didn't go because it was very far from where I live,
Oh, okay.
and the weather is and the climate is not very good to stay the night and camp outside
Yeah.
in the
There's
mountains
there's
of Córdoba.
there's no bad climate. There's only wrong clothing.
Wrong clothing, yeah, my father used to say that.
I
There's a
rem- I
German
rem-
saying.
yeah, it's something we said in the military.
Oh, yeah.
What I wanted to say, I always really, I mean, as by now everybody knows, I'm a huge WRC or rally fan in general. I always enjoyed Argentina rally. I mean, the pictures that you saw on TV from the Argentina rally with the cars going through the rocks, it looked like they were driving on the moon. They really, really hope that WRC will come back to Argentina, or to come back to South America in general,
That
because
would be nice.
currently,
Yeah.
after, I think also because of COVID, they stopped the Mexico rally, And now, currently, I don't know if there are any plans that WRC is going to return to South America, but I think they need to have one run on the American continent.
Yeah, sure, for sure. I did not see WRC here, but when the Dakar was transferred to South America,
Mm,
the first Dakar made in South America was from Buenos Aires to, I think it was uh, somewhere in Chile.
yes, I
And
think so.
yeah, and they crossed almost half Patagonia
Hmm.
via cross-country roads,
Hmm.
and was quite fun. I was on vacation, and we we go on road trips on vacation, so we were almost uh, on par with the rally, and was quite fun.
Cool.
Fantastic. So, have you been to the location itself, even if you haven't been to the rally? Have you been to that region of Argentina?
Yeah, yeah. That place is called is Tras la Sierra, which
Okay.
means behind the hills or something like that. And it's part of the Andes. It's part of a formation that is before the Andes, and it's a very rocky mountain, very dirty road kind of place. And there's a lot of villages, small villages, and I think there is a Switzerland community there
Oh,
Oh,
or
that's
something like.
possible. I
Yeah, yeah,
wouldn't I wouldn't know that, but Argentina is famous for its foreign communities. I think there's German
yes.
communities there, Swiss communities.
yeah.
I think
Italian.
there's even a quite big Croatian community in Argentina as well.
Yeah, I don't know about Croatians, sorry, but I
Yeah,
think there are. Well, we're a very welcoming country for foreigners in general.
yeah, it has been the
Our
number one
country was
go-to
based.
country
Our
for
country
foreigners.
was based was done by and was laid out by foreigners. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
we're very
S-
welcome of them.
So, Joaquin, we've talked about you the last two episodes, right? Without fail, and there's a reason. One of the reasons for
Why?
that, yeah, right. Why? Well, one of the reasons is because the current special event that we're doing, which Argentina is currently running right now, is a pro-am competition. So, people declare themselves either to be pros or amateurs, depending on their ability. And so we've been running that competition so everyone races the same stages, but then we make our own results table based on whether you're pro or am. And one of the reasons why we're doing that is because it's something that you really advocated for. And we have to thank you for pushing that idea because I think it's going quite popularly. So, can you maybe give us some thoughts on why you wanted to have such a thing?
Oh yeah. First, I didn't want to be comparing with you, but well, in every competitive settings, you always have two groups, two distinct groups. The ones that are on the top are pretty far on the top, and then is the rest of us. So I, using that idea, I wanted to mix up a little and make it less stressful or something like that to the amateurs
Yeah.
to not compare themselves to the pretty high guys, and have a nice rally in their own competition. The the idea was that I took that idea from GRC
Yes.
because we are doing quite well in GRC, and the idea was to combine that with our last group event, our last team event
Yes.
we did when we paired a pro with an amateur, and was quite engaging. I think the special events are quite engaging, and the people are really committed to them. So I don't know. That's why I advocated for that.
Yeah, well, I
I
think
guess.
it's good, and I'd love to see the event, the pro am team events. Would like to see us do more of those in the future. Um, and I think that would be great as well. But I'm really enjoying um, the current events as well, because it's on two different levels. I think people feel comfortable participating in the discussion as well. Because you might be kind of middle of the pack or lower down, but you could also be at the same time one of the top guys in the amateur event, and people just feel more comfortable discussing the thing rather than just the same old people talking all the time. So I love to see that kind of discussion going on.
Yeah, it's really great. Actually, I think the participation in Discord special events channel went up,
Yeah,
or it's just my imagination.
We also had a lot of new drivers.
Yeah, and that's why that's great actually, because
Yes, I think
I
the whole
see every day this community is growing, so it's great.
yes, but I also work my magic in the background a little bit to get people into Discord.
Ah,
Yeah, no,
okay.
but I think the whole pro am thing attracted quite a lot of people because I think that people, especially guys that are not the fastest ones, that they are looking for an opportunity to race against other people that are as fast as they are. So when we do throw out a Facebook post or a Reddit post that we have this new format with pro and them, I think that's what a lot of people liked, and then also joined the Discord. Or I mean, you have to join Discord, otherwise you can't. You will not know which car to take or which class to take, and so on.
right, right. So, yeah, I think right now, if we do a quick summary of how the GRF special event is going, this week's championship, as we said, is in Argentina. We've had 15 people participate so far, and of those, I think of those four have had at least four have had a DNF of some kind, in the stage. Yeah, it's four people that didn't make it. Some of them got as far as stage 6, maybe. Joaquin, you're one of those people. How far did you get?
Yeah,
So tell us what happened.
I think I got to stage 6,
Yeah, I'm
something
just going
like
to
that.
check.
Uh, I jumped off a cliff. But before that,
Yeah,
I have two punctures in the
okay,
same stage and a broken radiator.
right.
I It was terrible for me because this is the place I drive the most,
Okay.
and it's one of my favorites actually. And the car is one of my favorites. Well,
Oh, okay,
actually,
so you weren't being sarcastic.
the 405 is my favorite car,
Okay,
but DR2 doesn't have the 405,
okay,
so I have to settle for the 205.
okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the results. So after stage 4, before the service, you were in 6th place, and then stage 5 something went wrong, and
Yeah,
you had a very long time. You dropped to 13th, and then in stage 6 I think is when you had the DNF. So
yeah,
that, yeah, okay. So I think it's the same for a lot of people. They're having trouble with the car. Um, they're having trouble with the location, and the car, especially with its stalling, or getting bogged down in the slow corners. And to counteract that, what I did was I made the first gear as low as possible, second gear only a little bit higher, and I eliminated about 90% of the uh, stalling or getting bogged down in the corners, and that really worked well for me so far. So, you know, I
yeah. I think the other problem is that this car is a rocket.
Yes.
Once you hit the turbo threshold,
Yep.
the power is is terrible, and you and you get launched forward with a lot of force.
Yeah.
So and the brakes can't counteract that.
Yeah,
So
you
Yeah.
have to brake really slow in advance.
The other
yeah,
thing is that Argentina is really deadly. I think for me, it's one of the most difficult locations in the whole game because once you go over the cliff, you're instantly dead.
Yeah, in some places, especially, yeah, it's a terminal damage. There are one or two places where you can get away with it, um, and get climb back on board. But yeah, those bridges and some of those
Yeah,
hairpins that have a cliff on them, especially
yeah,
Miraflores, there's the one that you're going at full speed and then you have to do a hairpin at the end of it, and
yes,
even if one wheel goes off, it feels like
yeah.
your rest of your car is gonna fall too.
yeah,
I
and also there's a gate there that
Yes,
are very inviting to jump.
yeah,
I always thought that Codemasters did a bit of an odd job in Argentina because you can go over a cliff, which is not really a cliff, at like 5 kilometers per hour, and you still end up with a totally crashed car.
yeah.
It's yeah, it's difficult, and no,
Yeah, I just used my imagination at that point that, oh, it was too difficult to
yes.
retrieve the car from there. It must be hard to get a crane in there or something. So, yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Uh,
Yeah. So,
By the way,
yes.
Joaquin, you said Dirt Rally 2.0 does not have the Peugeot 405 in the game, but did you know that Dirt Rally 1 has the 405 Turbo 16 as a Pikes Peak
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brooklyn?
Pikes Peak.
You did know
yeah,
that?
it has
Okay.
it has the Pikes Peak
Yeah,
version of
yeah,
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
and I fire up Dirt Rally 1 quite often just to play with the 405. I
Oh.
owned a 405 actually,
Yeah.
Oh.
and it's a great car. Um, but the rally version was based on the 205.
Yes, it was
Was the
basically underneath it
It
was
was
a
basic.
205
It
with
was basically the 205 with the 405
uh,
Shell.
not chassis.
The shell.
I'd say
The outer.
panels of the
Yeah, right.
outer shell of
Yeah.
in it.
Ah, interesting. So, actually, one thing, since we're talking about Argentina and it's your favorite place, I've noticed this in a few locations, right? So, for example, in Spain, I think we had a daily challenge a while ago, which was H1 in a short Spanish stage. And when I did that, I looked at the top 100 times or so, right? And they were all in the Mini, and they were all Spanish drivers. It was like there was a conspiracy of them to just, okay, this is our territory and we are going to have the top 100 to 200 times. And it was just amazing to see Spanish flag after Spanish flag. When I was doing a Subaru championship in Argentina, I found the same in the NR4 league, that the top times were all people from Argentina, and that was really cool to see that people take their kind of home rallies kind of seriously and practice to improve to be like the best in the world at those. So it's when you said that the 205 was your favorite car, I thought you were being sarcastic, but Argentina was your favorite location. That's pretty cool.
it has
No,
to
no,
be like that.
I'm not being sarcastic. I love the 205. Actually, I think I got a pretty decent time with the 205 GTI, the the lesser brother of the
Yes,
T16.
right. So, do you want to say anything about Argentinian drivers in Argentina in the game, and because we also see this with the Scandinavian drivers, right? In Finland and Sweden, the leaderboards at the top are often filled with people from those countries.
Well, I don't know many drivers from Argentina.
Uh-huh.
I think in our community there's only two or three, but I think I'm the only one in Discord. Uh, But the ones I know from other places,
Yeah.
they are not that good. But in Argentina, I think they improved a lot.
Right.
I don't know why is that. Think is something like you said. The locals take their own seriously.
It's a personal thing. It's just a personal thing, I think.
Yeah, it's just
I
Yeah,
maybe a
mean,
little
sure.
bit of
in
patriotism, you know.
in in WRC WRC 10, which I also play, I always find myself driving in Croatia.
Right.
So it's
Well,
Yeah, yeah, no, that would make sense. Yeah, so let's see. So we've talked about the so yeah, continuing with the special event. So far we have typecast Wookiees in the lead. You know, after all
shut
night.
up.
Yeah, after stage after stage four, I was ahead of him by almost 2 seconds. But then stage five and six, he just killed me, and then I beat him by 5 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. But in the end, it wasn't enough for the gap that he had opened up in stages five and six. So he's in the lead. I'm 7 seconds behind him, and then Shinyo is a further 2 minutes behind me almost in third place, and then we have Jandar 2 uh, with 2 minutes 33 behind Typecast Wookie in fourth, and Weepy, Void Robot, Zephyr, they make up positions 5, 6, and 7, but we don't have Toolmaker yet or anyone from VBR don't participate in the special events, but there's still a few fast drivers to come. Ed Rosa hasn't gone yet in the pro division, and so far only 15 people have driven in total. So I expect there to be a lot more shifting in positions as more and more people drive it. Anything to add, Dennis? Are you going to be doing it?
I'll do it later this week. I think it's going to be Thursday. And yeah, I will hate it. I will hate to drive a Group B car in Argentina.
Yeah, it was. I actually, it was the first time I was driving this car, and of course, with the special events, you're not allowed to practice there. So I was really happy with the way we tuned the car in Greece as
Yeah,
a simulation for Argentina, and it worked out pretty well. I'm really pleased with the car. It drives very nicely, so I can understand why you're a fan,
it's
Joaquin.
it's it's
Uh,
easier than the other Group B cars, I think. But I just know exactly how this is going to work for me. I'll drive 2 or 3 stages and I'll think, hey, this goes quite well for me. I'm somewhere in the front pack of the amateurs, and then I'll just go over the cliff, as it
Okay.
usually always do in Argentina.
Right, I have a secret. You know what you should do, and this will work, right? Don't go over the
Tell
cliff.
me.
Don't go over the
Yeah,
cliff.
I'll go over the cliff with 2 wheels, and it will show instant total damage. Uh,
Okay.
and I'll be like, why? Why?
well,
I'm only with 2 wheels over the cliff. It's technically not possible that I have total the car with only 2 wheels hanging over the cliff.
Right.
well, actually, the 205 is a really good choice for Argentina because of its shorter wheelbase.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, and
think it's the
it has a good
the
handling. Yeah.
shortest wheelbase, and it does pretty well around corners, especially in
Mm.
hairpins,
Yeah.
especially on rock-sided hairpins.
It was. I did really enjoy it, I must say. So, let's move on to a couple of other things. So, the Beat My Time channel is still going strong. People are basically practicing for dailies or weekly events in other clubs and competitions, and then posting their best times. And what I've been noticing recently is Toolmaker has been getting lots of world records, especially in wet conditions. So he's adding to his collection of world records. Week by week, he's getting more and more of those. So that's
He
pretty
has a new
cool.
setup. He has a new
Ah,
setup.
okay, that would explain it. Yeah,
This
so
might have helped him.
maybe, yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
I mean,
cool.
He's a great driver anyways, but maybe that makes him even better now that he has a new setup.
Yeah, or maybe he's doing longer practice sessions and trying to
Mm,
get used to his new stuff, and that's paying off. That's pretty cool.
mm-hmm.
In the dailies are still going very strongly. I think Toolmaker and I are the guys at the top because we participate almost every day. Last week was interesting. I won the competition by 14 points, and 14 points is the exact number I scored on the one day that Toolmaker wasn't there. So if we
Mm.
discount the day that he wasn't there, he and I would have had exactly the same points. And so with that close, it's often he
Yeah.
wins one, I win one, or somebody else wins one, but we're very, very close in our race paces, which is pretty cool. So I had proposed to him that if he records every single one of his races in a week, and I do as well, we should put them side by side in a video and then add up the total time. Forget who won the championship, but just see what the
Mm.
total driving time was for us each week, and have a kind of a mini competition that you can actually watch unfold in real time.
Yeah, sounds cool.
And then I thought, that's something that we could do for any pair of drivers who are very close in their
Mm.
capabilities, and
I'd like to
is
see that.
yeah, and it doesn't have to be the top drivers. It could be, anyone that you always end up quite close to. We could, it's going to be quite a bit of work to put it together. But I used to do that for the Race Dads series with Jesse, or Fish Snacks. He and I, my friend Jesse, were very close in our timings, and so we used to put our races side by side and have a little mini competition. But if somebody wants to propose a person that they are close with and they have the capability of recording the races, we could put together a video of maybe, I don't know, Photo Lizard and Mitch K or something like that. Just reading two names at random from the GRF special board, but it
Mm.
might be quite fun to see if they, over 7 days, how it would be like a mini rally but from different locations.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that at least a few times to see if anyone's interested in just a
Yeah.
proposal. So
Yeah.
yeah, do you Joaquin, you're in the JRC, right? You're in our
Yes.
team. So, do you want to tell us about how things are going there?
He's seventh.
Uh, well, yeah, I'm seventh, and all of our drivers
Yeah.
are in the promotion area.
Hmm.
Even Borisito,
Okay.
uh, and I'm having quite fun. Obviously, I'm not in the pace of Solidus or Entarca or even Photolizard,
Okay.
who is
Solidus
my actual
Solidus is
my
leading.
actual yeah. Solidus is leading. Photolizard is my current target to
Okay.
beat, but I'm not quite in his pace. And now you mention it, in um, in Australia, he did really well. He did great, actually.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. He's
So,
doing well at the moment. Yeah.
so it adds to your theory of people wanting to be good at their local stages. Um, and well, I don't know how well are the other three categories doing. I
Okay.
think they're not as good as GRC4.
Right.
And we are winning GRC4. But in the overall, I think we are fourth or something like that, or fighting for four
Okay.
with the next one.
Right.
But I think the participation was really good.
Yeah, that's really good to see.
I have the homepage of JRC open. So in team overall standings, we are on fourth place.
Okay. That's not
Yeah.
bad at all. That's not bad at all.
And it's great. And I've seen that in Just give me a second. Team standings, driver standings. Okay. Where did I see that?
Because this is not
Okay, I
bad
can
at
find
all
it right
for
now.
our
We
very
we we
first time.
moved. Yeah, we moved up somewhere a rank, I think. I just can't find it right now.
Okay. Well, I mean, since this is our first time competing as a GRF team, and we have, JRC4 doing so well, I think we're doing exceptionally well for
Yes,
considering
yes,
the other teams that are there and how well established they are, and some of the very fast drivers they have too.
yes.
That's
I
very good.
found it, by the way. It's JRC2 where we moved up the place from fourth to third. So
Okay.
podium place. Yeah, in JRC2.
Fantastic. That's
Yeah,
excellent.
that's really great. Thanks to all the drivers driving for JRC, for GRF, I mean,
Yeah.
in JRC.
Right, and as Solidus said last time, we do have some GRF drivers who are driving for other teams at the moment, and maybe next time we'll have even more teams and have to bring them back to represent GRF next time. That would be cool.
Mm.
So, other news that we have, so from other clubs, we've got in the Dirty Discord we have, and I keep mentioning them as well, but we've got quite a few drivers who overlap. Some who started there but now drive in GRF as well, and some from GRF who drive in the Dirty Discord as well. One of these guys, Weepy, got to give him a big shout out. He participates in the daily, almost daily, in GRF. He's a Swedish driver who beat the putative world number one Jonathan Schaefer in a Dirty Discord weekly event this week.
Oh,
It was in Sweden.
congratulations.
Yeah, well done, Weepy. It was a Swedish event, and he's just amazing in Sweden. But this is the first time I have ever seen Jonathan Schaefer been beaten in the Dirty Discord weekly. I'd say I've been in about almost 25 events, and he's never been beaten any time he's participated that I've seen. So
Jeez.
that's really cool. And this is a single stage, and he was beaten fairly well as well. So congratulations, Weepy. Um,
Congratulations.
yeah,
Congrats.
King of Sweden, and he's there. He's been adding to some of his own world record collection in Sweden too, and he's pretty hot elsewhere as well. So well done. We've done the JRC roundup as well. So what's left, I guess, is the
We have
reg.
forgot something.
Yeah.
So I think we keep coming back to daily events. So I
Yes.
have to give a shout out to Zephyr,
Yes.
guy from Austria who managed to win a daily event.
He
I think it was
did.
his first. Yeah, I'm not sure. Was it last week? He won a
Uh,
daily event and he was faster
yeah.
than the other usual suspects.
And it wasn't just by a small amount. He did really well. It was in a very
Yeah.
tough location. I can't remember
Yes. I
which one.
also can't remember, but I remember that I was looking on my phone the whole afternoon, just hoping that nobody would beat him because I thought it would be so cool to have some totally new, I mean, new, he's not really new, but a new guy in front of the whole Fast Guys daily pack.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
shout out to Xavier, congratulations.
Well done, Zephyr. I'm gonna look it up and find out which one it was from last week. I just want to, yeah. Let's look. Okay, I think it was. I'm gonna have a look. Maybe it was Wales. I can't remember. Oh, maybe it was Germany. I think it was Germany. We'll soon see.
Yeah, I think it was Germany.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna find that. There it is. The good thing about the daily is that you don't have to. Yeah, Zephyr won in. Holy crap! Okay, yeah, he beat Toolmaker in Germany. Now
Yeah,
I've been talking about Weepy, how good he is in Sweden. Toolmaker is that good in Germany, I think, and Zephyr beat him,
yeah.
and that is really cool. Yeah. So that was okay. You're absolutely right to give a shout out to him there. Um, Dennis.
Congrats, Zephyr.
Yeah.
uh, and we owe you a drunk event or something like that.
A
Yeah.
drunk event. Oh yeah.
A
Okay.
drunk event.
It's funny.
Yeah, we should have that.
When I go to a party or something, and and I know I'm going to be driving daily or something afterwards, I don't drink. They say I got to drive, and they said, but you you came by Uber, or no, no, I got to drive at home later. Uh, I'm only partly joking, but only partly. I do make sure one or two actually small drinks helps me relax a little bit, and I drive better in the game, but I don't drive in real life, of course, after drinking. So, uh,
No, of course.
so what about Dennis? Do you want to say anything about the regular championship now? Because last time the event was coming, could you just maybe tell us what the event is and what the various events in the championship are going to be?
Sure. Um, this one, the new regular event, which is open to everybody, and you don't have to be a member of Discord.
Yep.
It's an H2 event. It's H2 class in Spain. Then it's R5, which I cannot tell you what stage it is, as my computer doesn't want to
Oh,
show me right now.
yeah, yeah.
And the
It's New
last
England.
New England,
Yeah,
and the last one is R2
Finland.
in in Finland.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I'm not a huge fan of mixed class championships, but it
right.
seems to attract people, and it seems people like when they drive different classes on different locations during a championship. So yeah, that's why I created it like that: H2, R5, and R2. And H2 because it seems to be the most popular rear wheel drive class.
Mm-hmm.
R5 is popular in general, and then I thought, let's mix in something that is not that popular and see how people will end up there. So I threw in the R2 class.
Right, right. So,
Ah, I'm
And
actually I'm actually good at R2
I
oh,
also
good.
like R2. And
because they're slow. They're very slow.
yeah, yeah. And
Well,
the fun thing is, or the cool thing is, I just checked the results before we started the podcast, and I saw that Nini
yes.
76600 in the Alpine is currently leading in Spain and leading in front of Typecast Wookie.
Yeah, he's really fast. Like he beat Typecast Wiki.
Have you ever
Um,
heard of that guy?
no,
I've never seen that
no,
RaceNet name before.
right. Neither have I. And I looked at stage one times, and I did practice a couple of stage ones because I hate Spain. I'm really bad at it. And I tried in the Alpine and the Cadet, and I'm just a couple of. I'm like half a second faster in the Cadet for stage one, so I might go with the Cadet. I love both of those cars actually. The Alpine is a
Okay.
special favorite of mine, but the Cadet sometimes have that higher top speed power.
Joe,
Um,
please don't say Alpine. It will drive the French crazy.
well, okay,
It's
Alpine.
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 It's
Alpine, that's
Alpine.
Alpine.
fine. Yeah,
Alpine.
yeah, I will say the Alpine, and I
The
should because
Alpine.
I'm in uh, I'm in Montreal as
La
well. So
voiture alpine.
yeah, the Alpine
Uh,
is awesome. I love it. But yeah, so Spain in I hate
well,
Spain.
we actually did Spain recently in GRC,
Yeah.
and we did it with R5 class at
Okay.
least. I, our slow guys, and for the championship, I took the escort, and the driving was mixed up because the driving seat is on the other side, and I hit so many things because of that.
Yes. 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 Yeah. No, I feel the same way. Even though I grew up driving right-hand drive cars in England, I've most of my driving life has been here in Canada, so I'm very used to the left-hand drive. But I'm in the game now. I'm becoming used to it on the right because of the Peugeot and the Escort as well, which sometimes are the best choices to
Why
take.
why the Peugeot has the right hand drive?
So
Why?
in the
Why?
and the Lancer as well in the NR4
And the
class.
Lancer as well.
Yeah,
Well, the Lancer is it's a Japanese car, so
yeah. Oh, yeah, that
it's
makes sense.
that makes sense. And the
Yeah,
Escort is a England car,
yeah. It's
an
a
English car, so
British-ish. Yeah,
it's a British car, so
yeah.
it makes sense. But the 205 is a French car.
But
Yes,
we had
I
them in
I
think
know,
England.
I know they want to emulate the Australian version, I think,
Oh, I
but
see.
uh,
Right.
but
I think
the
the 205 the 205 GTI was really popular in the UK
Yes, very
during its
popular.
time as a rally car.
Yeah.
It wasn't that popular on in mainland Europe, but it was really popular in the UK. I think that's the reason why it's right-hand drive in
Yeah,
the game.
and you know what? They
yeah, that
also
messed me up.
right, and this is a really good segue because the Codemasters wanted to have real versions of the cars accessible so they can do the recordings of the audio for them. Right, and so I think they
Oh, big improvement over Dirt 4 because Dirt 4 was terrible on that.
in the audio.
The audio, yes, the audio
Yeah.
of Dirt 4 was terrible.
Okay.
Anything you hit, anything you do,
Yes.
even if you hit a wall or if your suspension
Right.
bottoms up, whatever you do, the sound is always the
The
same.
same. I see. I see.
It's like someone hitting a bucket.
Okay. Right. Yeah, because last week when we had Solidus with us, we were supposed to be talking about the engine sounds or the car noise, right? The car sounds and how good and realistic it is. Because because Zephyr actually pointed out, how good a job Codemasters had done, and Solidus began to say that he agrees completely that the sound of the cars is very accurate and is very immersive. But we didn't really have time to have that discussion. So, what do you think? So you've actually just told us, Joaquin, that the impact sounds are much better than Dirt 4. What about the sound of the cars themselves and how it compares to, say, WRC10?
I didn't I didn't drive the RC10,
Oh,
but
okay. Oh, sorry, it was
I think
Dennis who was talking
I
about
think
WRC10. Yeah.
that question goes to Dennis.
You do want me to start with WRC10 sounds? No,
Yeah. Well, you
I
do
mean,
whatever.
as much as I really like WRC10 and I think it's a better game than a lot of people think, the sounds are just terrible, and you cannot really compare them to the Dirt Rally 2.0 sounds. Uh, However, talking about the Dirt Rally 2.0 sounds, I think everything has been said about how great the sounds are and how they nailed it, especially with the 95 Subaru Impreza.
Right.
But I think there's also room for improvement in Dirt Rally 2.0. And I think two things which are not that good in Dirt Rally 2.0 sound-wise are the collision sounds,
Okay.
which Joaquin mentioned also were not good in Dirt Rally 4.
Yeah.
And now I don't know how you say the English or the anti-lag
Okay.
sounds.
Yeah, the turbo sounds they're not there.
No, the anti-lag should be a lot louder,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Yeah.
collision sounds, in my opinion, are just not there. We were talking about going over the cliff in Argentina. I mean, you just have the exact same sound when you total the car, no matter if it's in Argentina or in Poland. You just have that sound and that red screen saying that the car is totaled.
Right. I
And I
guess
really
it.
think they should rework the collision sounds.
I think it
What I
gets
like in
quite
Dirt Rally
expensive.
2.0, especially you hear those little, when you go over gravel, you hear the little stones and
Mm-hmm.
everything. But the collision sounds, once you have a collision or you hit a bank or something, are not really there. And I think that's something that could be improved.
Okay.
Well, they are better than Dirt 4,
They're
nonetheless.
better than Dirt 4, definitely, but they're not where they should be sound-wise, I think.
Right. I think it just
I mean,
got too
that's my
expensive.
opinion.
I think it just got too expensive every time they had to total a car to record the sound.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it has been like that also in nearly every racing game that you
Sure.
don't have accurate collision sounds. But I just think Dirt Rally 2.0, which really is such a great game because of the sounds, because of the accurate sounds, because of that pops and bangs from the Subaru, and then you have the collision sounds which are not there at all.
Right, right. And the anti-lag, are you talking about the sound from within the car or, from outside the car?
I
Because it's
I
different, right? Of course.
Yes, it's different, but I couldn't tell. I don't have really an opinion on how it sounds outside of the car, as I always drive with dash cam.
Right, right. Yeah, but I'm saying that when you've heard the anti-lag from rally cars, I presume it's mostly been from outside the car, right?
Aha, yeah, okay, that's correct.
Right.
But
But
it's
but if you're driving from
so
within the
much
car, it may.
louder.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, I was just wondering whether they make a allowance for any damping. Well, there's probably no damping at all in these cars for sound, but that it might
I,
just sound different from within the car.
I mean the anti-lag sounds good in the game. It just needs to be turned up a bit,
Ah, I see.
turned up a lot. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I try to explain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. I will. I'm gonna listen out for it next time I drive. Which actually today, I have a system builder for my business, and today he built me a new gaming rig.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he's taken my 3080, put it into this very expensive motherboard that I bought for testing purposes for my business, and it didn't really work out. So we had this spare board. It's a 12th gen. It says 12,600K for now, but soon it's going to be a 12,900 eventually with a 3080, and I'm getting extra hard drive space to record my streams, etc. And it will be a better streaming rig as well. So hopefully there are no big problems with it, but I'll try it out for the first time tonight.
Okay, I didn't understand a word what you just said.
Oh, really?
As
Oh,
I'm a
yeah,
con
that's
as
right.
I'm a console guy,
You're
but
a
it sounds
console
great.
guy. Yeah, yeah. So,
Oh, you're a
yeah.
console guy.
Yeah.
Right, right, right. So it's basically I've got a PS7. No, I've got an
Oh,
Xbox,
cool.
Yeah,
Xbox
an
28.
Xbox 28, yeah, something like that.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, I have the 27 because I have a 6900 XT
Oh, cool,
and
cool, cool, cool.
5600X.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Okay, good. Yeah, it's
I'm a full MD guy.
right.
Okay,
Because
do you guys know in what channel I never look like in Discord?
yeah, the rig channel. The
No, the Linux
oh
one,
yes, that's
because
right.
I have
That's
no clue what you're
Oh,
talking about.
it's a one-way trip.
Uh,
Once you enter it, you can't go
I'll
back.
st
no,
I'll stay on my
I'm
consoles.
yeah, I escaped from there. Although we are using it very well in our business now, but and I did take to heart some of the things that you said in that channel, Joaquin. So I know. Is there anything else we want to cover? Because it's I know it's late for you, Dennis. Is there anything that you want to add to the listeners?
No, I already gave my shout out to Zephyr.
Right?
No.
Anybody else? Joaquin, do you want to say? Is there anything else you had earmarked for conversation that we didn't get round to speaking?
I think no, all was said. And I hope Cygnus make his empanadas
Yeah,
sometime.
we'll find out. So I was hoping that Cygnus was going to be able to join us today because he's had a really interesting weekend volunteering in an actual rally, being the marshals starting and stopping and timing people and stuff. So
That was Solidus, not Cygnus.
sorry, did I say Cygnus? I meant Solidus. It would
Yeah,
be really
Solidus.
cool to see what he's done. And yeah, so Cygnus was the guy. Cygnus Josh was making the empanadas.
I don't know.
Oh,
I rely in the recipe.
yeah,
But the only one who posted a picture of them was Photo
Was
Lizard.
as was Photo Lizard, right? Okay. Well, hopefully we'll. I'll start posting some of the pictures of my food as well in that channel. It would be cool. But yeah, what I meant in like in future weeks, it would be great to see Solidus come back and tell us about what how it went. We also have some great pictures um, from I forgot the from Peppa Pig, SMH Peppa Pig. He had some great photographs of his time at Dirtfish, and I'd love to hear about that. So I think we're
Yeah,
going to
oh
be
yeah,
having
I'm
him.
really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, we're going to have
Oh
that,
yeah,
and
sure.
that will be a good one for the YouTube channel version because we will have slideshows of his photos and videos playing while we talk about it. So, right, well, if we have come to the end of the things that we wanted to get through, I think it's time to wrap up. Joaquin, thank you so much for joining us. I
Thank
hope
you,
you had
Joaquin.
fun.
And thank you for letting me join in.
No, it was great. It was great to have you. And thank you, Dennis, as always, for participating and staying up super late. I know you have to wake up in about 4.5 hours, so
Yep,
we better let you get some beauty sleep.
that's okay. It's okay.
The sacrifices you make for GRF, hey?
Yeah, yeah. I'm used to not sleeping a lot, so 1 hour more or less doesn't really matter.
Okay, well,
That's what I'm saying now, but I will regret it tomorrow.
yeah,
I will
exactly.
regret it
Yeah,
in a couple of hours.
you remember me and all my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized I forgot to hit the record button, so you're gonna really hate me.
Oh
No,
well.
no, I'm just kidding. But okay, right. Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in to episode 3. Stay tuned. In a week approximately, we will have episode 4 and another great guest from our community joining us. So, goodbye from me and you guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
See you next time.